welcome you here to the first Game Plan Rugby here in the islands of Hawaii.
6 months ago, Education First wrote a grant to the United States Department of State, and we were approved to support this idea on providing an exchange program for youth. This program is the first of its kind in the United States. And in behalf of the Department of State, we are very privileged to be a part of that. We're selecting 30 pre-qualified applicants, and out of that 30, we'll then narrow that down to 7 to go to New Zealand to another academy for rugby.
First and foremost, this is a youth academy. It's interesting, the first people coming in are the coaches, but this is a youth academy. The grant is all for youth. But we recognise, and I've recognised being here, that in order to get our youth abilities higher, you have to start with those who are moulding them.
The bottom line here is, at the top end, you've got opportunities, whether they're educational or career opportunities or professional in the game. But those opportunities just remain empty rhetoric until or unless we can feed the young people at the bottom end of that pyramid and let them take those opportunities. And whether you like it or not, you are the feeder system, you are the coaches, you are the people who get your hands on those young people on the ground and mould them and put them on the pathway that can give them a career, maybe in rugby, but maybe not in rugby. What it does, whether they ever play rugby professionally or not, is introduces them to the greater, wider world rugby community. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of where you put your arm in the scrum or where you put your foot in the line out or how you lift, it's probably good to take a step back and decompress and realise that's what this is really all about.
So the question was, how do we help the coaches here in Hawaii? There was no question to the answer for me, and that was we have to involve New Zealand. First time that they're able to come to America and share, how do they teach their coaches to coach their children to be as good as they are?
Our real role here is to share knowledge, and in this room there's heaps of knowledge. And so what we're going to try to do is assist and guide and support you and help you develop. We're going to work with you rather than stand here and tell you what we know. Imagine that that's the body, and in the middle of it is your core. If your core is nice and tight and it's in pretty good nick, it's pretty hard to squash that out. Because if you're quite weak in the core, you just fold to bits. These two now are going to be just holding this guy's doing the work, okay, and they're just going to go back, so it's just a push and go, so push, go back, give a bit of resistance, about 80, good. So if we come down here, so we're both going to go down and in. Key thing we look for is that when we get ourselves set up, just kind of nice and quietly on me, look out for the old fella, is that I get my head up through here, and quite round, and I get my arm up there. Alright, so I walk away now, so you go away, you walk away. So technically what I'm looking at here is that I've got my cheekbone around my area of my tricep. Some of you coaches that are here will be coaching at a senior level. I'm not going to bring that, the tricks of the trade into that. I'm leaving it at the youth area where you guys are teaching a safe, good technique.
What this fella here is doing is he's giving his legs away, so push your legs quite far back. So you're holding them up, eh? Yeah, holding them up. Push your legs, the other leg back. More. Back. Yeah, so you're really leaning on them, yeah? Okay, now try and rip down. Hold them up. Try and rip down. It's very difficult. Okay, so it's absolutely crucial you keep your legs. You don't give your legs away. So try that again. So go down. Keep your legs underneath you, nice and close. Little bit of leg drive and a big rip. Go, little. Yeah. Can you see the difference? Potentially, from what I see from NFL, I'm not sure because I don't know that much, but potentially in the NFL you quite often give your legs away to get that extra inch. But in rugby you really got to focus on coaching the players to keep their legs and give the big rip to ground so they control the ball coming backwards.
My thoughts on this camp, very well organised, very well run. The personnel involved have done a fantastic job. Our time here has been absolutely fantastic.
So far I think it's been excellent. I mean, I think it's been well organised. The level of coaches that we have here has been top notch. I think the information shared has been very, very helpful, very useful.
I think this has been an excellent camp. It's incredible that we've had such high-level coaches be able to come out here to Hawaii and give these kids the opportunity to get coaching from literally the best coaches in the world. I mean, we have a Triple Crown winner. We have New Zealand coaching coaches.
But the other thing that's really important about this group here is they're getting the wider community, the parents and the coaches, local coaches, to actually support them so that they can support the kids as well. So all in all, it is a fantastic opportunity.
I thoroughly enjoyed this meeting of people, the sharing of ideas and knowledge, and passing on our thoughts and our knowledge onto the coaches here, both in Hawaii and from the mainland. Feedback we have got from coaches is that they thoroughly enjoyed it.
We talked about what you could learn from the game of rugby, the opportunities it would present, not just in terms of having fun with a game, but what other messages and lessons you could learn. I've already had a coach this morning speak about the possibilities of further education through sport. And particularly rugby is a sport that's going to create more and more opportunities as time goes along. It's a growing game, not just in America but around the world. The professional game is growing, so whether you have a career in professional sport or not, or whether it's professional rugby, that opportunity could arise for you. And if not, rugby is a great game. To everybody here, it's great to see you. Hope you have a good time, and I hope you learn a few lessons for life. Thank you very much. Now, here we got a situation. There's two of us and there's one of him, right? And we have the ball. And if I can avoid going into contact, but at the same time get the ball to you in space, what's going to happen? You got to spread out. You got a clear run here. That's the whole point here, right? Not make contact. Now, where you are at the moment, I can't give you the ball. Why? Good man, you stay behind the ball. So here we go. If I run here, pass there, look at that.
My role is a regional coach development manager in New Zealand. So what I do is I've done quite a bit of coaching myself. I've worked with players pretty much at all levels, and I now work with coaches pretty much at all levels in the region in New Zealand called the Central Region. The thing I've probably really liked down here is some of the knowledge is not that strong yet. But man, some of the athletes have been really, really impressive. They're just hungry to learn, and if you can combine those things, you can give them some of that learning with the athletes we have here. I think it's going to be a really strong rugby group here soon. I'm going to get you all to have a go at it. Cool, so see how your arms are still bent at the top there? You got to know power now. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to be more powerful. You can throw them up, arms first, then legs. Try that for me. Like, you jump. Give them help them out, eh? Hey! Good stuff.
I think the game plan camp was really good for us youth here. It opens the doors and opportunities for more improvement and yeah, more skill level to learn.
To give children, kids growing up the opportunity through sport is absolutely fantastic, and just applaud the program. You've got to protect this thing. You have to protect it. Don't let anybody get close to it. Okay, it's great to carry the ball out in front, but as soon as you go into contact, it's got to tuck in here. The first rule of going into contact is what?
Avoid contact.
Avoid the contact, and that's going to take footwork.
So when I first started playing rugby, I can honestly say my first game I went in, I'd probably compare it to NASCAR racing. If you were to go stand in the middle of the road and let the cars run right past you as fast as they can, that's what I felt like. My head was spinning like, what was that? What did I get myself into? But you know, now the cars are starting to slow down past me, right? And I know what I'm doing, a little bit more of the skills and everything, but I'm still learning at the same time. So I'm just grateful that, you know, this sport, you know, it opened up for me and I get to learn a new sport and get to play at the same time.
It's also really taking care of the coaches that are going to coach those kids. So the sessions we're doing here I think are going to be really good for the coaches to learn from. So it's not just the kids that are getting a one-off session, but Game Plan Rugby Academy is also educating those coaches, so there's longevity in the learning.
It's an amazing opportunity for our kids. They get to meet the guys who are coaches of the National Championship college team, other college teams. Some of the colleges here have open enrollment opportunities for kids. So if you got the desire to be a student, the opportunities are being open to you by coming into a game plan camp.
Yes, I came here to the Game Plan Rugby Camp not really knowing what to expect, and I have been pleasantly surprised. What I have learned will really serve me and my team for many years to come. It's been an outstanding presentation they've given us. The coaches have been friendly and informative. I couldn't have asked for a better camp. This has been fantastic, and I'm really, really happy about it.
I like what we're trying to do with the youth here. We're sending rugby into a positive direction. We're trying to develop a passion for the game, a knowledge for the game, you know, for them to be safe.
At Game Plan Rugby Academy, I learned a lot of stuff, especially with the techniques, with the passing, defense, especially defense. So the quality of the coaching is real good. They break it down real easy for you, so it's not real complicated, and they just take you step by step.
I like the camp a lot. I learned a lot of new things. I like the coaches, and it was really fun. What I like the most about Game Plan Rugby is definitely the coaches and the new skills that we learn. Those are a lot of fun and will be really helpful.
This was the best thing that's happened to rugby to begin with, ever in Hawaii. So we had the cream of the crop coaching right here in Laie. Unbelievable.
There's some talent here, no doubt about that. Already we've been asked by probably 2/3 of the coaches here that, can you come and do this for us, can you come and do that? We'd like to come back. Yeah, fantastic idea, a really good concept, and it has worked very, very well here. And as I said at the start, thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. And thank you for the opportunity for having us here.
The biggest room, like I said, in the world is the room for improvement. So no matter how much you know about rugby, you can always improve, no matter if you're a player, a coach, a trainer, or whatever you are.
Thank you for the opportunity of having us here. We come from, obviously New Zealand is such a small place. We've only got 4 million people in the country, and to come to an amazing country like this, particularly this part of the country, is just a real buzz for myself, Wesley and Dave. So first of all, thank you very, very much for having us up here.
I'd like to thank all the players that came along this week. I hope you enjoyed the couple of days we had. Thank the coaches for coming on, pitching in. This is the first event of this kind here. As Lenny said, you learn something new every day. I've been coaching 25 years. I learned something again this weekend. You know, small bits and pieces that you always pick up on. Something does something differently you never saw before, and you go, wow, that's really good, I got to try that. And that's what it's about. And you never stop learning. This has been a fantastic success. I hope it's the first of many, many times we can come back here to Education First and run a rugby camp. And I hope you can all come back again sometime. Thank you very much.